Calling to order the Cuyahoga County Council's regular meeting for Tuesday, October the 8th, 2019. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Calling the roll, Mr. Tuma?
Here.
Mr. Gallagher?
Here.
Mr. Schron?
Here.
Ms. Conwell? Here. Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones is absent at the moment. Ms. Brown?
Here.
Ms. Stevens?
Present.
Ms. Simon?
Here.
Ms. Baker?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Council President Brady?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Yes, Ms. Lou?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today is such a nice day. I'm here to share my joys about our facility, Rocket Mortgage Field House. It's welcome home, and they want everybody feels it's home, and even me as a home. Now this is a genuine piece. I got it there. So it listed lots of attractions inside of the facilities. However, I don't understand why open house, they did not let us go exactly everywhere. Lots of places on this chart, they say we couldn't go. For the opening ceremony, unfortunately, Mr. Brady missed. However, I did get a chance to see Ms. Brown. We actually talked there. Ms. Tuma was actually also in this photo. I was standing by Mr. Austin Carr. And actually, Ms. Brown is in this photo, but I was on Mr. Carr's side. And I also talked to Mr. Tuma. He was sitting by Ms. Brown. So since my health condition, I couldn't be just like everybody else to go through the whole place quickly. So I had to sit down, rest, or use restroom, or do whatever a lot. So I was there from the opening time till probably after 6 p.m. there. So I found something very interesting, and this is the reason why I feel that place is like home. As home as you know where I stay. However, let's show something here. You all have the color version of the photo I took there. This is the actual stall I went in there, the first one. You all have the copy in front of you. This is just to show everybody else. Such a nice, newly, defectively installed lock in ladies' room, the first one I used. Now, I did get a chance to enjoy lots of fun stuff in there. So I won casino chips. So they told me to go to the Jack Casino to cash it. So that's why I also went. So the same day, I got a chance to go to Jack Casino. Also, Mr. Dan Gilbert's establishment. So on the other page, you will see a properly installed ladies' room lock.
Okay.
Now, Jack Casino started how long ago? No known big renovations involved yet, but the lock is properly installed. So now, next one we will see, the toilet we have to use. This one, unfortunately, I know I'm not super thin, but I'm not supermodel outer space aliens, but this one, unfortunately, is really narrow. Since my injury requires this thing, I kept bumping into the wall with this. Then the spacious one. And for all these photos, you can see the comparison. The reason I told you I feel like home, that's because I believe this renovation is done by Eden with Mr. Carr's direction. Not only the whole place right now, the renovation moving back to early 1900s, the whole place is only good for male adults. Completely not children friendly, not family friendly, not disabled friendly. And all the food there, Mr. Tuma told me he only had a $5 cash on him for his budget. So he was like me, he couldn't eat anything because the bottled water there was cost more than $5 already. And that's why I mentioned feel like home, right? So I also show you the photo to see what Eden's cheating contractor, cheating taxpayers' money, what they did. So congratulations. We have to wait until the next time the next tenant will complain his vision or her vision saying we need another renovation. Thank you very much.
All right. Ms. Lou, you get around. So, all right, could I have a motion to approve the minutes as appended at 19 regular meeting?
So move.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Well, the minutes are approved. Next, we have a presentation of a proclamation to commemorate October as Disability Employment Awareness Month in Cuyahoga County. I believe we have Mr. Gregory Stewart, who is a member of the Cuyahoga County Advisory Committee on Persons with Disabilities. He will address the council regarding this item, and afterwards we will present the proclamation to him. And I believe Nancy Skendell with the Workforce Development is also with us today. So Nancy and Mr. Stewart.
Hi, my name is Nancy Seidel. I'm with Ohio Means Jobs, Cleveland, Cuyahoga County, part of Cuyahoga County Workforce Development Programming. I am also Vice Chair of the Cuyahoga County Advisory Committee on Persons with Disabilities. Mr. Greg Stewart is going to speak on our behalf as a representative of the Advisory Committee. He's also a member of our Employment and Workforce Development Subcommittee. We have a number of committee members in attendance as well today. With us, we have Donna Preece. With us, we have Donna Preece. We have Stephen Kyman. We have Sean Walker, our Chase Capizzuto, our secretary, as well as Janice Phillips. And then we also have someone who's Stewart.
Thank you.
As you were told, this month is national. As a person with a disability, I feel that employment is ultra important for those of us with disabilities because it not only gives us our independence, but it allows us to be active in the community. The pros and cons to that are, well, first of all, the pros is you get out in the community and make a difference. You get to go to high schools and speak to students with disabilities, in which I've done on more than one occasion, and you make a difference. The cons to that, unfortunately, are the lack of accessibility for a person with a disability. Like if you submit your resume for that particular job, everything can be fine up until the physical aspects of it. Like for a person with a wheelchair, how will we be able to get in and out of the restroom just in case we have to go? And a lot of people will ask, well, what does going to the restroom have to do with getting a job? For a person with a physical disability, especially if they use a wheelchair, it has a whole lot to do with it, because if you can't get in and out of there, then unfortunately you can't take the job. And I feel like a person should not only have the necessary accommodations for that, but a lot of times we get discriminated against because of our disabilities, and we're not even given a chance to prove ourselves, first of all. For me personally, I've had jobs to where I was laid off twice. The second time because of my disability, but I was given some lame excuse on, well, there's not enough hours and work is slow. That had nothing to do with it. I was just discriminated against because of my disability. Not just that, I've been victims of internships when I was in college, and speaking as a person with cerebral palsy. Employment is important, not just to me, but to all persons with disabilities. It gives us our independence, it gives us our identity, it gives us our freedom, and it allows us to make a difference and feel like we're part of this community. So one of the things that I strongly advocate for is not just more accessibility, but focus more on the abilities of the person and not just the disabilities, because we can make a difference also. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe we have a resolution.
There you go.
All right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Do we have a message from the county executive?
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say that I'm going to have to leave early because I have a holiday tonight, but I wanted to be here for at least for the presentation of the proclamation that you prepared for folks who are disabled and need our support, and we're there for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right. Legislation introduced by the council, committee report and consideration of a resolution of council for second reading.
Resolution number changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
And this item will move to the October. Consideration of resolutions of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2019-0181, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
Move to adopt.
Second. Council President, this was heard in the Human Resource Appointment Equity Committee meeting, and I respectfully request my colleagues' support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is
182, supporting an application for funding on behalf of City of Brooklyn for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in Stickney Creek Valley, Big Creek in the City of Brooklyn.
Council President, the series of 6 resolutions consist of cities and/or organizations that are applying for Ohio Clean Fund conservation grants, and as a annual exercise, we usually support all these, and they're needed for these applicants to be considered. So I would ask for all of these for the support of council.
Thank you, Councilwoman Simon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0183, supporting an application for funding on behalf of City of Euclid for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in the Euclid waterfront, Weltman Estate, and IRG Properties acquisition in the City of Euclid.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it.
Resolution number 2019-0185, supporting an application for funding on behalf of Gates Mills Land Conservancy for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in Clark Forest Preserve in the village of Gates Mills.
In favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0186, supporting an application for funding on behalf of Village of Orange for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in the Chagrin River and Tinkers Creek headwaters, wetland protection in the Village of Orange.
Move to adopt.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it.
Resolution number 2019-0188, supporting an application for funding on behalf of the Village of Moreland Hills for the conservation of ecologically significant areas in Chagrin Meadows Preserve in the
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0189, supporting ecologically significant areas in Protect, Restore, Connect West Creek in the City of Parma.
Move to adopt.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. And I just want to thank the councilwoman for her interest in all these issues over the time we've been here. This is what I call the fun work in council, and it's great work, and has an awful, it contributes to the quality of life in this community a great deal. So thank you. Legislation introduced by the executive. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and adoption under suspension of rules. Motion to suspend the rules.
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2019-0221, authorizing and ratifying a settlement between the counties of Cuyahoga and Summit and Johnson & Johnson in the total amount of $15 million in cash and $5,400,000 in programming for opioid-exposed babies and their families in the matter of In Re National Prescription Opiate Litigation, United States District Court, Northern District of Ohio, Eastern Division, case number 1, 2017-MD-02804, ratifying and authorizing the county executive and or his designee to execute the settlement agreement and any related documentation.
This item was previously discussed in the executive session. Is there any further discussion? Hearing.
Need a motion?
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, I did not get who moved and seconded.
Jack Schroer and
Thank you.
okay. The legislation is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0222, amending the 2018-2019 biennial operating budget for 2019 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, for appropriation transfers, and for cash transfers.
Move to adopt. Mr. President, my colleagues, this is the regular bi-monthly agenda of amendments to the 2018 to 2019 budget. Questions have been presented to Budget and Management, and the answers are at your station. I will start by offering a substitute, which makes only one change, removing only appropriation item G, the $2.96 million funding for the Infor change order for the ERP project. At the Council President's request, which I support, the idea is that we hear both this item and the legislation for the contract amendment itself at the same time at the next meeting of the Finance and Budgeting Committee on Thursday, October 17th at 10 a.m. I move to substitute.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Mr. President, and my colleagues' resolution is largely routine appropriation of grants and transfers between accounts with two notable items. There is $1.18 million to pay the 2019 $500 wellness incentive to the 2,350 county employees who met the requirements to receive it. There is also to the Board of Elections to replace obsolete voting booths. I recommend passage as substituted on first reading suspension.
All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Legislation is adopted as substituted.
Resolution number 2019-0223, amending resolution number 2019-0091 dated April 9, 2019, which approved a proposed settlement in the matter of Jason Joswiak et al. Versus Cuyahoga County, United States District, Eastern Division, court case number 117 CV 1238, by changing the total amount of said settlement agreement, authorizing the appropriation of funds for payment of settlement amounts set forth herein.
Move to adopt.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. This was also previously discussed. This was previously discussed in executive committee. It was not discussing. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2019-0224, adopting the 2020-2021 biennial operating budget and capital improvements program.
That's referred to the committee of the whole.
Resolution number 2019-0225, confirming the county executive's appointment of Megan L. Van Voorhees to serve on the Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County for an unexpired term ending June 30, 2020.
Human Resources.
0226, making awards on various requisitions to various providers in the total amount not to exceed $2,400,000 for various supplies for the period January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2021, as printed on the agenda.
This will be referred to Public Works Procurement Committee.
We'll turn to page 7 for the next item is resolution number 2019-0227, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1600-274 with Infor Public Sector Incorporated for information technology services and solutions for the Enterprise Resource Planning System for the period October 27, 2016 through October 26, 2021, to change the scope of services effective January 1, 2019, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $2,963,462.
This will be referred to Finance.
Resolution number 2019-0228, making an award on requisition number 45119 to Trinity Services Group Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $18,612,898.75 for jail kitchen food services for the period November 1, 2019 through December 31, 2024.
Be referred to Public Safety.
Resolution number 2019-0229, authorizing various revenue-generating agreements with various providers for lease of space at various adult activities centers for the period January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2022, as printed on the agenda.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2019-0230, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various providers for out-of-home placement and foster care services for the period January 1, 2018 through December 31, 2019, to extend the time period to December 31, 2020, to authorize an exemption with regard to Ann Grady Services, Sequel Pomegranate Health Systems, and the Buckeye Ranch Incorporated in accordance with Cuyahoga County Code Section 501.12B10, to remove various providers, to add various new providers, and for additional funds in the total amount not to exceed $73,311,418 as printed on the agenda.
And this will be referred to Health and Human Services.
The next item starts on page 10 at the bottom. Resolution number 2019-0231, authorizing an amendment to a master contract with various municipalities and providers for various services for the Community Social Services Program for the period January 1, 2019 through December 31, 2019, to extend the time period to December 31, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,953,105.
And this will be referred to Health and Human Services.
The next item starts on page 12 in the middle of the page, resolution number 2019-0232, making an award on requisition number 45672 to Lutheran Metropolitan Ministry in the amount not to exceed $1,210,750 for adult guardianship services for the period January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2021.
And this will be referred to Health and Human Services as well. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading.
Resolution number 2019-0194, authorizing an agreement with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Museum Incorporated, effective January 1, 2020, to distribute from the county's general fund an amount equal to 40% of the 1% increase in the excise tax on hotel lodging transactions for transient guests in Cuyahoga County pursuant to Chapter 724 of the Cuyahoga County Code, commencing with the 2020 receipts and moving forward on a quarterly basis, subject to the provisions contained in said agreement.
Actually, this item, it's okay. We're going to move this item.
Sorry.
It's all right. This item will move to the October 22nd council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption.
Got ahead of myself. Sorry.
Thank you for your enthusiasm.
Yep, sorry about that.
Resolution number 2019-0206, authorizing an economic development fund, a business growth and attraction loan in the amount not to exceed $2 million to Redwood Corporate One for the benefit of the Redwood Living Incorporated headquarters project to be located at 7007 East Pleasant Valley Road in the City of Independence.
And this item will also move to the October 22nd council agenda. Consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of the rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2019-0215, confirming the county executive's appointment of Natasha Davis to serve on the Cuyahoga County Division of Children and Family Services Advisory Board for an unexpired term ending February 28, 2023.
Second.
All right, let me pace myself. This item came before the Human Resource Appointment and Equity Committee meeting. This candidate demonstrated a desire to serve, extensive experience, and a wealth of knowledge, and was unanimously supported by the committee, so I respectfully request my colleagues' support.
All right.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
I'd like to add that this is a truly inspirational person who essentially spent her whole life in various foster placements, and so she's emerged out of that very strong and is about to finish college as a social worker and is now going to help advise us on child welfare. So it's going to be inner world experience. It's going to be very beneficial.
Thank you, Councilman. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0216, confirming the county executive's appointment of Bernardo F. Moreno to serve on the Metro Health System Board of Trustees for an unexpired term ending March 4th, 2025.
Move to adopt. Council President, Mr. Marino presented a letter on behalf of his desire to serve in this committee. He was unable to attend the meeting, but at the special request of our good partner, Dr. Boutros, the committee agreed to move this appointment forward, although it is not our common practice because it is a very important meeting that Dr. Boutros would like for him to attend, so I respectfully request my colleagues' support.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0217, authorizing a purchase in the amount not to exceed $300,000 for the purchase of approximately 125 previously leased parking spaces located at East 40th Street and Perkins Avenue, Cleveland. Permanent parcel numbers 104310009, 104310022, and 104310023.
Motion to adopt. Mr. President, Mr. John Myers from Public Works came before the Public Works Committee on October 2nd, 2019. Explain this resolution here. These are open lots, and it's trying to obtain some future parking spaces for county workers in nearby buildings. And I would ask my colleagues' support on this, moving this along on second reading suspension.
Say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0218, making an award on requisition number 44038 to Blue Technologies Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $5,207,027.92 for enterprise-wide print management goods and services for the period October 1, 2019 through September 30, 2020.
And Mr. President, Mr. Mike Chambers and Janelle Green from IT came in to Public Works, discussed this 5-year agreement for copier contract. Blue Technologies was chosen. It was a local company, and it was a very thorough presentation presented. So we're trying to move this along on second reading suspension as well, and I ask for my colleagues' support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0219, authorizing a state contract with TEC Communications Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,190,395 for the purchase of various Cisco enterprise licenses and support services for the period October 7, 2019 through October 6, 2024.
Move to adopt. Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution approves a 5-year contract with Tech Communications for Cisco enterprise licenses for $1.19 million for the county's landline and video conferencing services. Passage was unanimously recommended by Finance and Budget.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2019-0201, authorizing an amendment to the design-build agreement with Turner Ozanne VAA, a joint venture, establishing a final guaranteed maximum price in the amount not to exceed $240,610,443 for design-build services for the Convention Center Hotel project and the underground enclosure from Huntington Park Garage to the hotel.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
And, Mr. President, Ms. Nicole English came before Public Works back on September 18th. This is, as indicated, an amend design build agreement for the Convention Center underneath the underground enclosure for Huntington Park Garage, and request my colleagues' support on this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0204, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 0900-629 with Shaker West Professional for lease of office space located at 11811 Shaker Boulevard, Cleveland, for a juvenile court regional probation office for the period January 1, 2010 through December 31, 2019, to exercise an option to extend the time period to December 31, 2024, to change the scope of services effective January 1, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $412,755.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
And, Mr. President, Mr. John Myers of Public Works came before Public Works Committee on September 18th. This is an amendment for a satellite probation office lease. The current lease expires at the end of the year. They're looking for a 5-year, 60-month lease, and we'd ask for council's support on this on third reading.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0205, making an award on requisition number 45204 to Highland Group Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $3,511,038 for insurance brokerage and risk management services for the period January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2021.
Move to adopt. Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution approves a contract for $3,511,000 with Highland Group for calendar year 2020 to provide risk management, insurance brokerage services, and various actual insurance coverages for Cuyahoga County. Passage was unanimously recommended by Finance and Budget. I do believe that the council president has an amendment.
Yes, thank you, Councilman. I'd like a motion to accept a proposed substitute. I move the substitute. Thank you. This substitute, which is should be on your desk, would amend out $328,000 that's set aside for what I call supplement insurance for public officials. You may remember that we took this out of legislation some time ago. It's back in, and so I advocate and propose that we take it out again. If there are any questions about this, hearing none, all those in favor of accepting the proposed substitute is passed. All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes substituted.
Resolution number 2019-0210, authorizing a contract with United Way of Greater Cleveland in the amount not to exceed $1,095,450 for fiscal agent services and emergency food assistance to eligible Cuyahoga County residents for the period January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2020.
Move to adopt.
Second.
This item came before the Health and Human Services Committee. It is our annual agreement between United Way to act as a fiscal agent for the Cleveland Food Bank as well as Hunger Network. And I ask my colleagues for their support.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2019-0211, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1600-299 with Oriana House Incorporated for operation of a one-stop re-entry resource center for the period January 1, 2017 through December 31, 2019, to extend the time period to December 31, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $600,000.
Move to adopt.
Second.
I also was heard in HHS committee, and I asked my colleagues to approve this resolution, this needed services within our reentry population.
Very good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Miscellaneous committee reports, starting over here, I guess.
Mr. President, my colleagues, the next Finance and Budgeting Committee meeting will be held on Thursday, October 17th at 10 a.m., a different time because of the holiday earlier in the week. And this will be to deal with the appropriation and the accompanying $2.9 million in for a change order for the ERP project. In addition, the Committee of the Whole will meet for budget hearings on Tuesday, October 15th, Thursday, October 17th, and Monday, October 21st. Each will be from 1 to 5 p.m., so please eat your Wheaties each of those mornings.
All right.
Mr. President, Public Works will be have committee next Wednesday at its regularly scheduled time, 10 a.m.
You have any recommendations for breakfast?
No comment.
As we segue into safety, we'll be taking up the contract for food at the jail. Wednesday, special time, 9 a.m., so Wednesday at 9 a.m. Food service, no? None? Okay. Eat before you get here.
Okay.
Health and Human Services. Health and Human Services at the regular time on Wednesday, 10/16 at 1 p.m.
All right. We clear and free? Very good. Any miscellaneous business before the council? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned.